the angle from which it is shot, namely people approaching him sitting on that bench. Now, where was the person asking the question? Okay. The question about the piazza, it's not only a matter for the director or the screenplay writer, but it's also the novelist, the author of the novel, who chose the backdrop. And I think Grimaldi's film, thanks to the novel, has created something very special, and I've received a lot of compliments now ever since the film's come out, but I think my character really, thanks to the novel, has been successful. I think I recognize the jingle from that mobile phone. And also thanks to the author and the characters that he developed, and the characters he developed for my character, and the situation, the location that he has chosen for my character. So my interpretation then of the character has to do with my interpretation also of the novel. You said my character and the role was very complex. Also in my preceding film, The Caimano,
in questo caso per me è stato più piacevole recitare perché potevo concentrarmi
able to concentrate on one thing. This is the pleasant thing about this last film now. And
entrare in contatto con attori e attrici con cui
I was also able to work with actors, actresses with whom I never before worked together, so with Alessandro Gasman and with Kasia and Isabella Ferrari, Valeria Golino. The only one I worked with before was the staff director, basically. And then there was a question about Roman Polanski.
Fin dall'inizio volevamo per quel ruolo,
right from the beginning, we wanted to have a director play the part of Steiner and not have an actor. So even better, a director who every now and then also is an actor, because we wanted to also embarrass Nanni Moretti. And so in Italy it would have been difficult to find someone, so we had to go abroad and look for someone who could take on that role, and a number of names came up that I don't need to mention. So we felt, since Polanski is in Paris, he'd be close by, and so we were pleased that he was willing to take on the part, and we had, on that very first day, the chance to shoot, and in the afternoon we were able to shoot the short scene with him, and he was able to return back to Paris, and that was that. Do we also want the other languages? So I'll speak Italian. Yesterday, the Episcopal Conference criticized the film because they felt that there is a very hardcore erotic scene. And my question for Moretti then, I think you should maybe explain a little bit, because not everyone is aware of what is happening in Italy.
e di quanto queste parole vengano amplificate da televisioni e giornali italiani. Quindi se
and what the press and television have commented. So maybe you should expand a little bit so that the international journalists will, at an international festival, be able to follow what you're saying.
Quindi volevo chiederle, insomma, direttamente a lei, volevo chiedere
I wanted to ask you about your opinion.
Già risposto.
And I think maybe you've already answered that. And the second question,
alla prima, e cioè c'è questo
and connected with my first question,
a fare, ovviamente la domanda va a tutti gli attori, a fare obiezioni di coscienza e a non girare scene particolarmente pesanti.
Would also the other actresses and actors say, would you be conscientious objectors and not hold to the appeal of the church to not shoot such erotic scenes?
Ma io rispondo alla prima domanda.
Okay, first question, let me respond.
Io però devo poi leggere ai suoi colleghi stranieri, devo leggere.
Maybe I should read for the benefit of your colleagues from other countries, because you're referring to a particular article or declaration or statement, and here, after all, we're at an international festival, and maybe I should read this out. Now, some, not all representatives of the church have taken on particular positions.
La novità non è questa, la novità
and that's not new. What is new is the agitation that this has created. And in our country, in Italy, this has created agitation, and also in the realm of politics and media. And these positions have always existed.
Mi sembrano più così stranamente indifesi e impauriti rispetto a prima.
Now it seems that people are more scared. Also the politicians a bit more afraid, and the press increasingly imprisoned almost by their hysteric attitude vis-à-vis pronouncements from the church.